All right, awesome. We're right now to your final act. You guys ready for your final act of the evening? Yeah! Awesome. This guy's fantastic. He's been to Just for Laughs, the Halifax Comedy Festival. You're going to love him, Mr. Bobby Knauff, everybody.
Yay, thank you for clapping until I got to the microphone. Yay! You guys are like, we're fucking tired. It's Thursday. Just shut up. We didn't even want to do this. They were just like, we should do a work thing where we're going to watch comedy. It's like, fuck, I was going to catch up on The Last of Us, but let's be a team. Okay, fine. Well, yeah, I'm having a good time. You're looking at me, okay. Don't worry, I'll wrap this up and we can all go back to looking at our phones. It'll be fine, okay. A little bit about me before I start telling some jokes. I'm a bisexual man. Don't cheer. I hate when people do that. It's weird. Yeah, you like dicks and pussies. Woo! That's a weird... It's just the age we live in. But I also should preface, I'm not one of the flag-waving ones. I'm not trying to... Good on you if you are. You know, be proud, whatever. You know, go to the parade. I just had a cocaine addiction from 2015 to 2018. So I'm bisexual. Any guys out there, if you have a problem with the old nose candy, you're probably bisexual too. Especially if you did cocaine with me. Yep, that's for sure. That's a thing. It's just not as fun to do cocaine off of a vagina. You think it is in the moment. You're like, this is gonna be wild, and you dust it in. You're like, fuck, how do I get in here? Like, that's just absorbing in there. That's what that's doing. Why'd I put so much? That was a bit. No, you're gonna have a good time. You go have fun. That's all you. I'm over here with nothing but a nice rock hard dick. Yeah, fucking let's do this. And I'm a pal. I'm gonna finish you off. Like, yeah, let's start a business. Let's fucking. You guys are very ha ha ha. Next, no time for water. Fuckface. Too bad. Oh, you guys got the right opinions on everything, all the time, because you have to. That's the time we live in right now. You need the right opinion about everything right away, all the time. You walk into the room and be like, hey, what are we talking about? People are like, you don't know what we're talking about? That's part of the fucking problem. Like, what the fuck? Like, just got in the room. I got to do some reading before I enter rooms now. Don't even try to tell someone good news. You think like, oh, this is good news. No one's going to be mad about this, right? I got a dog recently. I'm like, hey, everybody, I got a dog. Ho, ho, get ready for detective time. People, you tell, hey, I got a dog. People, did you rescue it? Did you rescue it? Yeah, I rescued it from its parents. And a lady rescued $1,000 from me and my girlfriend. It was great. A whole bunch of rescuing. Go, did you rescue it? That's what people like to do now. Rescue dogs, which is great, you know what I mean? But then the new thing people like to do is rescue dogs from other countries. Wow. If that is not the most asshole white North American thing I've ever heard of in my goddamn fucking life. To go to a country, see a whole bunch of turmoil, and your first thought is, we gotta get these dogs out of here. We gotta save these pooches. And they fly them. They get them on a plane, like, yep, get on the plane, get on the plane. A little baby tries to get on. Fuck you, baby. You stay here with your mistakes, baby. We're saving the dogs. Yeah, I know, fucking. She probably tells everyone she walks down the street, it's a rescue. My friend is like you. They live in Toronto here, and they just rescued their second dog from Mexico. Second dog from Mexico. I don't know how to tell this person, my friend, that was probably just somebody's dog. Because, you know, the rest of the world isn't fucking insane like us when it comes to our pets. You know what I mean? They don't give them sweaters and Instagram accounts. They're just dogs. They're just running around. So right now, my friends on Young being like, yeah, we rescued them. We're such good people. There's a guy in Mexico right now being like, Tito, like, where the fuck was it those white people taking pictures of our garbage? Fucking assholes. Pieces of shit. You guys are very much ha 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 next. Okay. Oh, you guys, I don't even know how anyone has an opinion on anything, and they can feel that, like, yeah, I got this. Like, We as a species have been here for like a second, you know what I mean? And you for like a millisecond, but you're like, yeah, I figured this out. We as a species don't even agree on time. What? Like, daylight savings is coming up this weekend, right? And I just heard the other day on the radio, like, oh, remember to put your clocks back or forward or whatever, but don't worry, might not have to do this next year, because currently in the States, Congress is fighting to get rid of daylight savings time. What the fuck? There are people who went to law school for years, fucking studying like Roe versus Wade, I'm gonna fucking make a difference, holy shit. And now every morning they're like, gotta go fight time. Like, you fighting crime? Nope, fighting time. It's the bigger criminal. You know, in the winter, you're like, what time is it? We gotta get rid of that shit, that's for sure. What if you're the lawyer on that and you're late for your case? Unless that's your tactic, like you come in an hour late, like if daylight savings didn't exist, I'd be on time! It's this big Clarence Darrow moment. Oh, that's fun. You guys worried about stuff? Fucking going through life, everything's good for that guy. I'm worried about stuff. I'm worried about garbage. Anyone else worried about garbage? You should be. You know what the solution of garbage has been the entire time we've been a species on this planet? Just put it over there. Doesn't worry anybody? Just put it over there. That's not gonna come back to haunt us at all. That's fucking crazy to me. I've watched everything else. I haven't been on this planet that long, and I've watched everything else change so drastically, so quickly. Like computers. When I was a kid, computers weren't everywhere. They were in like offices and hospitals and airports and shit. And then I watched computers come into our houses, but they were big and bulky and you couldn't move them around. And then I watched computers get flat and we can leave our houses with them. And then now, every person in this room has a computer in their pocket that can communicate with anyone around the world that has a computer in their pocket. And that whole time with garbage, we were like, just fucking put it further away. I don't know what I got fucking computers to look at. I don't want to see this shit. Buried underneath a golf course. I don't care. Fucking, who cares? And we know the problem of garbage is so bad that we can't do anything about it, so we just ignore it. You know what I mean? Just put a nice mountain range on our desktop computer, like, that's gorgeous, yeah. To ignore the mountain range of garbage that's just goes slowly being like, here, coming back to haunt you, fucks. Like, and we know the problem is so bad, and it's always put on you, the individual, to solve it, right? Like, you have to throw this thing away, you bought it, not the companies that put it en masse without regulation at all. It's you. You have to solve it. So I figured it out. I have a solution for garbage and everything. If you're worried about the planet and everything, you can kill yourself. That's what you can do. I don't want you to. I don't want you to. If you're sad and you got to work through some shit, fucking let's do it. Talk to me after the show. But if you're worried about your carbon footprint, like you're up every night, like my carbon footprint, I got a solution right now. Gets rid of all footprints. Carbon and real. Just walk into the woods. I'm done. I've thought about it for a while, but I'm in Canadian entertainment. I've been living in a basement apartment. I was an alcoholic for most of my life. I'm sober now, but I cleaned up my act. But I was recycling already, bringing empties back all the time. So if I kill myself, it's not going to make a big enough difference. You know what I mean? So I thought about it a little longer. What I'm going to do to start helping the planet, I'm going to start killing other people. I'm going to do it with fucking plastic bags, too. Like, do you see the irony? Okay, I'll be honest with you guys. You guys are a nice crowd. I'll be honest. It's for the environment. It is. But a little bit is for my own vanity. Because look, I've been doing this stand-up for like 15 years now. No one gives a shit. You know what I mean? Even if things start going good, get a couple festivals, maybe get on TV, maybe host some show. Yeah, here we go, look at me. Then I'll die 2 years later. No one's going to give a shit. So you know how fucking hard stand-up is? You got to write new jokes all the time. There's Just for Laughs, Netflix, YouTube. Look at me, look at me. I'm writing jokes about fucking garbage. That's where my career's at. But all I got to do is kill like 15 people. Just a little bit differently than anybody else has in the past. You guys are going to remember me for a few decades. You know what I mean? Gotta mix it up. Gotta do what no one else has done. Just look them up, be like, what did nobody do? What did nobody do? That guy fucked him. Oh, that was a little wild. Okay. That guy ate him. That's crazy. That guy fucked him and ate him. Real go-getter. What did nobody cut off their left hand and put it in their mouths. Here we go. I'm the high five kisser, everybody. Get a tattoo of a hand in fucking prison. There we go. Yeah. Then 10 years later, this will come out and be like, he was telling us the whole time. There we go. You guys will watch a fucking Netflix series about me and some hotter guy will play me. And then those people will come out of the woodwork. You know these people I'm talking about? When you're trying to enjoy your serial killer shows, these people come out and be like, stop it. Don't do that. Stop celebrating the monsters. You're just as bad as them. You're a piece of shit. Celebrate the victims. I was like, fair point. If I'm gonna look at this guy, I should look at the victims. So I looked at the victims, they're all boring. Fucking sorry to break it to you, every single one, other than Sharon Tate, we all know her because she was doing something with her life, you know what I mean? But everybody else, sorry, they're all just a Debbie who was a grocery store. I know 15 Debbies, you know what I mean? You know who I don't know? A guy who ate 15 Debbies. That's the guy I want to watch the documentary about. You guys have been a lovely crowd. Thank you so much for coming out.